Greetings, fellow Gray Mates. If you're having issues in Crimson Desert early on dying, join the club. I want to teach you these 3 tricks that helped me out until I could get my skill points off. So when it's nighttime and you're doing attacks, number one thing you want to do is use stealth on your side. Now you cannot use stealth with this lantern lit, so I'm going to teach you how to turn that off. You will then come over here holding left on the D-pad, highlight the lantern, press your X button on PS5, then go to off, and press it again. That now turns the lantern off. We are now able to go into stealth mode. We are not currently in stealth mode. To go into stealth mode, we will be pressing the L3 straight in. Just tap it in. You'll go down into stealth mode and you will become shrouded. Now we do have some enemies over here and I'm going to utilize a few things. This will allow you to do a assassinate. As you come up, you will press square on PlayStation. You'll have to look and see. It will cue you on your Xbox, guys, or whatever you're doing with the PC. But I also want to show you another thing. When you have a group, and we're talking large group, 3 guys, they drop pretty quick. When you have a group, you can actually, before combat, press your L, B, and RB, that's your top left, right buttons in for just a second. That will blind all of the enemies as you are moving in. Now, the next thing you want to do is make sure that you learn how to utilize your block and parry. So if you successfully block or parry an enemy, you will automatically recharge your stamina and your spirit. And that is when it does not run out of stamina or spirit. Your spirit is what gives you those special abilities. And then, of course, your stamina keeps you swinging that sword. Now, let's go put what we've learned into context over here. We're going to see if we can approach these guys. It is turning day pretty quick, but I think we can get over here before that happens. And these are some basic abilities that you can use early on. So there's that assassinate perk. There's that blinding light. And that is utilizing all of those skills we just showed you. Now, if you are trying to figure out exactly how in the world did I do all that, well, I'm going to show you a few things real quick. That was using basic abilities. Do not just come up and start pumping buttons, guys. You know, if you're pushing your light attack or you're just hitting your heavy attack. This is not Elder Scroll. You need to learn how to combine the skill sets that you're opening in this tree. And I'm going to show you one of the best places to do that at the end of this video, guys. But I am basically looking at grappling now. We have up to a 4, which is pretty sweet. I do recommend getting the armed combat at least to a 3. That's a really nice perk. And then, of course, you want to get your, where are we at? There it is, / upgrade this all the way up to a 3. The reason you want to do that is it will not miss. When you have this thing all the way leveled up, it says sure hit / can no longer miss. Every time you hit your R2 button, it will hit an enemy. It will auto direct you to them. So these are the tips. I highly recommend that you give them a look. And again, turn those lanterns off when it's nighttime. To me, those things, they give away your position. It is impossible to go into a stealth mode there. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. You're trying to figure out where's the best place to get stamina. Well, I'm going to show you this. Now, if you have already completed this mission, you'll have to find another location. But this is where I had been originally grinding stamina out. And now I'm just taking and hitting boss camps and things like that and not taking out the boss so they respawn. But one of the best places early on in the game for me was coming over, and rather than going and doing all the contracts in town, I jumped straight on the story mission, which sends you back to town to do those contracts. But this was one of the best places for us to get these things done. If you come up to Karen Quarry and just keep slaughtering out, by the time you move from one spot into camp to another and make a round, it will respawn. Do not take out that boss until you are instructed to via the main storyline. That is my recommendation and suggestion. And grind out everything that you can, because that right now early in the game is the best place for you to actually get these skill points completed. We have quite a few of them done. We have some that are actually built up here waiting to be spent as well. We currently have 31 spent. That's not bad. We are actually looking at our journal. At our quest, we are only in chapter 5. We're not quite 100% with it. We're going to be doing these Bloodwind missions, chasing down the Feathered Man, and I wanted to make sure that I had my stuff up for that, and I will continue to grind. I will probably attempt to hit him at a level 50, which will have us not completed, but a pretty good way through our skill tree. And that's what I'm looking at. It's about preparation. While this game says it does not do XP grinding, it's XP. It's called experience. It's not XP is what we typically stand and look at. But you can grind out a lot of things. Now, an added benefit to that location, when you take and you untie everyone's hands over and over and over, you actually are building up a faction reputation with the faction that they belong to. So that's going to make you have a lot easier job later on down the road when you are building your camp. But y'all have a wonderful evening, and thanks again for stopping in and viewing. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and if this video has helped you or any of the content has, make sure you comment in, guys. Love to hear from you.